All right, what's going on, guys? We're gonna make this quick. So as you guys can see, the account balance is at $99,474 after the loss we took obviously our last trading day. This was the pre-market session before the New York kill zone that we had. As you guys can see, we're on a very clear uptrend. And then this is the 815 candle. So this was our liquidity range right here. And as you guys know, there's no equal highs, there's nothing, we're just simply trending up. So there are no trades taken on the account today. This, if we were to actually take a trade, this is what our trade would have looked like. So as you guys can see, we take out this 830 swing point, and then we're waiting for a market structure shift, get a market structure shift. This is our first fair value gap right here. So we would have entered right there off of that fair value gap, targeting a 1-to-1 with our stops at the top of the 3 candle series, and then just simply target the 1-to-1. And as you guys can see, we get absolutely worked immediately too, because we're in that trade for literally 1 minute. So that's why I do not trade trending days, guys. That is why I only trade days that are range bound. So yeah, and as you guys can see, every day we update our Discord. Every single day we update our Discord, making sure that we know the days that we don't take trades, what they look like prior to market open, and then we know what days that we do take trades look like. You know what I'm saying? So we make sure this is all recorded. And for our journal, this is what our journal is looking like. That's our crypto. And this is our live journal. As you guys can see, I like the way it looks personally. I like all the colors and stuff. But as you guys can see, we stayed cash today on April 15th. Today's April 15th. And yeah, it's pretty interesting because we've only taken one trade in about literally like 14 days, bro. This is crazy. So we'll see if we get more setups this week. NQ price action has been really bad. If you look on the 4-hour, it's actually ideal for our trading system, but as you guys can see, it literally trends when it starts to near that the New York kill zone. That's when it starts to trend really hard, and we don't ever get it set up. So it's not really a problem that we have, but like I said, we're done. I'm done chapping. I'm done yapping, and I'll see you guys tomorrow if we do get it set up. All right, so we're gonna go over this trade very quickly. You guys can see, I ended up moving my freaking TP. I had my TP set at 144 ticks, and it was supposed to be at 132 ticks. And as you guys can see, we barely kissed it. We actually hit my 132 tick TP to a T. You guys can see, boom, we would have been out on this candle, but we had to go through a little bit of a pullback. But I told myself, I made the mistake, I gotta eat it. You know what I'm saying? If I made the mistake, I'm going to have to eat it. So I was willing to lose on this trade and watch it come all the way back, specifically for the fact that I wasn't paying attention. Luckily, we didn't have to eat that. So what I noticed, I'm not extremely deep in the ICT concepts, but I do know his concepts. I know the name of everything, like a breaker block, mitigation block. I know all of these concepts. I just don't apply them to my trading strategy, and I don't necessarily know exactly what they are, like the unicorn setup. I don't know what it is. But what I do know, and something that I understand what it is oh, this on 1 minute. So what I understand is I do know what an SMT divergence is. I just don't know how to use it. So I know when I saw this SMT right here, so these are the highs on ES, and then right when I got in my position, I got in my position around here. So once I saw that we had a divergence on NQ, because NQ ended up taking out these highs. NQ ended up taking out these highs right here. So that means we have an SMT divergence right there. And then we didn't break these highs on ES. I didn't know what it meant, but I knew it meant something. So I looked it up and it said it was a trend reversal. So I was like, okay, so it's a trend reversal. So this trade has a high probability of winning. If that's what a SMT divergence means, is it's a trend reversal. So we had the SMT. I didn't really utilize that to take the position, but we did end up sweeping the lows, got the shift to structure, got the market structure shift. We also left behind this fair value gap, entered in on this fair value gap. We did not put our stops right here because we never put our stops right above the fair value gap, but as you guys can see, it obviously would have worked out in hindsight. But we had to put our stops up here, ended up putting our stops up there, took the 1-to-1, and then this trade had literally no drawdown, and then we went right to TP. Obviously I had to sit through a little bit of that pullback, but that was a beautiful trade. The account balance is at $100,825, and that was a trade we took on Tuesday. As you guys can see, we've been extremely patient. We come to my journal. I don't know why it always opens up to that, but we've been extremely patient, man. Look at this. Last week, our last trade was April 10th, and then it's 6 days later, almost an entire week, and we took one trade last week, one trade this week so far. So we're gonna fill this journal in, and yeah, we're just gonna book this win and just continue on doing the same thing every single day, preparing for the biggest 6 months of my life. And we're locked in, and let's get it, man. Let's go. All right, guys, so the day is April 18th. It's 4:45 in the morning right now, and as you guys can see, we have our stuff out and ready to take a trade. Now, if you guys haven't picked up on it yet, I don't trade days that are trending, and if it's a clear trend prior to market open, prior to New York open, I will not be taking a trade that day at all, regardless of what happens for the rest of the day. So yesterday, this was the trade. This is what the pre-market looked like for the trade I took. And as you guys can see, we broke these highs right here. We broke these highs, but the market kind of was still within this range. The market was still kind of within this range. We opened up right here. The 830 bar pushed up, took out these highs. And on top of that, we had a SMT, we had a divergence, which isn't even a part of my strategy, which I don't even want to add that as my strategy. But I remember when I was back testing, the most profitable days was when ES never was taking those highs, was every time we had a SMT after NQ would take their highs and ES didn't. So as you guys can see, yesterday we had a SMT. Even though the market was kind of trending a little bit, but we were still kind of within this range. And obviously you guys know that we took that banger trade. Now, today, this is what the market looks like. Essentially, this is the same thing because this is the 12 o'clock market open. Everything from the right of my cursor is 12 a.m. market open. And you guys can see we're kind of within this range, but the 830 bar opened up right at this yellow line over here. Now, as you guys can see, it looks, this is the 5-minute time frame and this is the 15-minute time frame. Technically, this looks identical. It's just elongated, right? So the trend is a little bit longer and the trend longer here, and we took these highs, but in this one, we took these lows right here. And then, but the difference is the market opened up and immediately took out these lows. At first we had a SMT, and then we no longer had SMT after ES obviously took those lows. But as you guys can see, we're on a very clear downtrend, a pullback, bear flag, whatever you want to call it, and then another break to the downside. So I was kind of having conflicting interests whether I should take this trade, because this trade and this trade look identical. They're just reversed, and also we had the exact same SMT at the bottom. So I was struggling so much whether I should take this trade or not. And you know, it's this is like the worst part of being a trader, but something I used to say when I first started trading was when in doubt, swing it out. Now, essentially, that when in doubt, swing it out motto was literally if you were in a losing trade, I used to trade with no stop loss. So if you're in a losing trade, just swing it out to the next day and see if you win tomorrow. That's literally what when in doubt, swing it out came from. But I'm using when in doubt, swing it out as another way for me to keep myself accountable while I'm trading. So if I'm in doubt while in a trade, or if I'm in doubt with anything in trading, I'm gonna just swing it out to the next day and, you know, keep my composure about myself. Now, this is the 15-minute time frame on NQ. Obviously, you guys know. Now, it's for some reason my brain identifies uptrends a lot easier than downtrends, because obviously I didn't want to accept this downtrend. But guys, just look at this. Very clear downtrend all the way to here, and then simply have this bear flag back to the upside, and then a break back to the downside. A simple break back to the downside. I was so horny to take this trade, man. I really am. I was staring at it for about an hour before I got on the charts. This is the ES chart as well. As you guys can see, we took out those lows. So I just want to show you guys my discipline here, because this takes an extreme amount of discipline to be able to watch a trade that you know could win, but it doesn't look absolutely perfect. It looks okay, but it doesn't look perfect. So I'm not going to take this trade. And I just needed to talk about it because I knew if I didn't talk about it with you guys, I was going to click this button right here. I don't want to do that. My account balance is at 100,825. This trade might win. It probably is going to win, but I'm really praying it loses, so my analysis was correct. But I'm going to just stick to the plan and swing it out to the next day. Another thing that also helped me not take this trade is not only did we not have the SMT anymore on ES, because yeah, it just looked beautiful when we had the SMT, but not only do we not have that anymore, we also didn't break these highs, and then we also created these highs right here that kind of got rejected immediately. And then now you guys can see we're just continuing on this downside. I know it's a lot of lines, but it's just nothing on this trade looks bullish enough, and it does not look perfect for me to take this trade. So I will not be taking this trade. And yeah, that is my Thursday morning, guys. Freaking conflicting interests and a rock hard cock to take this trade, bro. Rock hard. So I'm proud of myself for not taking this position, and I'll come back to you guys to show you guys how this trade played out. Oh, I mean, it hit TP. I'm not really tripping, bro. I'm really not. I wrote down in my Discord, it didn't look perfect, so I didn't take the trade. I decided not to take the trade. Hashtag swing it out. When in doubt, swing it out, man. So we didn't take this position, bro. It didn't set up perfectly. ES was still strong. I could have looked at ES and still saw that we were still strong, but it didn't set up perfect, didn't set up beautiful. You can see the trend is clearly there. So can't even trip, bro. So we're gonna be cash today. We're gonna be cash. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright guys, current day is April 19th. So obviously we didn't take any positions today. I'm gonna make this really fast for you guys. So woke up this morning and clearly saw that we had this very, very clear uptrend right here. So I already knew we weren't taking a position. This was our 8:30 swing high, or 8:15 swing high, matter of fact. 8:15 swing high was right there, and as you can see, we take those highs and then immediately reverse. So this is what our trade would have looked like. It probably would have been a winner today, but I know over the course of a year, we gotta stay consistent with it, man. We got to, because those are the highest probability setups. Take that simple 1-to-1, easy win. Run that trade for like 1 minute. Very simple. So if we go to our tracker, we're clearly staying cash today, and the current account balance is at, let me see here, current balance is, that is my freaking paper trading account. I was like, damn, I ran up a check on this. So current balance is at $100,825, and then obviously today was a low probability day, and we stay cash. Simple. All right, guys. I will catch y'all next week. We only took one trade this week, man. So far for the month, so far we're up about $3,000 because we started off April down 97,000. Now we're up $108,008 or $800, and you know what I'm saying, we're doing pretty good. We're just gonna keep going. Next week we're gonna do the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good trading week. Didn't take a lot of trades. Hopefully next week we'll get a few more setups, but I don't know. I'll see y'all Monday.